It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Keith Raymond. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Beryl brings heavy rain and flooding from the lower Arkansas River Valley, northeast into the middle Mississippi Valley, lower Ohio Valley, and lower Great Lakes. Meanwhile, record high temperatures to continue into midweek across large portions of the West Coast, while record high minimum temperatures stretch from the Gulf Coast northeast along the East Coast. Closer to home, low-level moisture is on the increase across the region with a daily chance for showers and thunderstorms returning, especially today through Thursday. Temperatures will run near average with 90s common over the lowlands, while the mountains will be in the 70s and 80s. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. The day after tomorrow, Thursday the 11th, from 9 to 11 a.m., will be the public meeting on the charter school. Some stand-in support saying that parents need options and alternatives, while others say nothing good can come from the school. Stan Hernandez of LULAC is one of those voices. He spoke with us on the topic.
In terms of finance, charter school will take an estimated $1.5 million from existing Alamogordo High School programs. A charter is a publicly funded school without the transparency of regular public schools. 62% of charters fail within 5 years in small rural communities, and additional damage is done to students during that time in both failed charters and in the public schools because of the drain on funding. Charter schools have a higher percentage of administrative expenses billed to the public than public schools, and charter schools are historically paid less than their counterparts. A charter school will pull 156 students out of Alamogordo High School. They could pull up to 25% of the students from Alamogordo High School. The 2024 graduating class is only 302 students. The impact to AHS will be detrimental with layoffs and shuttered programs, the result of losing $1.5 million to the charter.
Mayor Susan Payne also took the time to chime in.
I think it is going to be good for people to have that option. I'm excited to see how this plays out. I know that our military is looking forward to the possibilities, and obviously that where my concern comes in is it good for our city? Is it good for the city as a whole? And I think that it can be. I am not super familiar with charter schools and their operations or, how you apply that kind of thing. I do know that there is an upcoming meeting. I would assume that PED is keeping a close eye on that, and that if they did not believe that it was viable, then it is not going to come to fruition.
You can hear their comments in full on our YouTube channel. As reported on AlamogordoTownNews.org, Otero County is experiencing a huge decline in construction, causing the local tax receipts to lag. But the article goes much further. Chris Edwards points out that there are businesses needing help, but there's a lack on interested applicants. Alamogordo does not have a business growth issue, it has a problem with people wanting to work. Otero shows a year-over-year decrease in Q2 fiscal year 24 of $61 million, or a drop of 15% compared to Q2 fiscal year 2023. The largest contributor to this decrease came from the construction. See the article in full on AlamogordoTownNews.org. Alamogordo's District 5 annual citywide cleanup is Saturday, July 20th from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. The main site for the cleanup is Dudley School, located at 6th and Maryland. Gather all of your trash and unwanted items and bring them to the dumpsters at Dudley School. Free shredding will be available on site from 10 a.m. to noon. Additional dumpsters will be located at Indian Wells Road and North Scenic Drive, Panorama Boulevard next to Fairfield Inn, South Walker Avenue, near Travis C. Hoosier Ballfield Complex, 817 North Scenic Drive, New Beginnings Church of the Nazarene parking lot. The district with the most trash delivered and disposed of wins. All of our city commissioners are participating in this competition. The Rockabilly Strangers will headline this month's 4th Friday at Washington Park. That's Friday the 26th from 6 to 10. Admission is free. No alcohol on the premises. Today is Tuesday, so it's time for an introspection with Pastor Johnny Walker.
Hey, this is Pastor Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. Just something to think about. A little sunshine to put in your pockets. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else. Study after study has shown that people feel worse about themselves after spending time on social media. And all that negativity is taking its toll on our mental health and our bank accounts. In psychology, it's called social comparison theory. It's the idea that we determine our own self-value based on comparing ourselves to other people. We need to learn to focus on our strengths and write down a few things that we like about ourselves. We cannot compare ourselves to everybody else's highlight reels and improve to get one day better, stronger, and closer to your goals. Remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Embrace your uniqueness and own your journey. The only person you should strive to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Stay focused, stay positive, and keep moving forward. You are capable of achieving amazing things. Just believe in yourself and trust the process. Keep pushing yourself, keep growing, and never stop being the best version of yourself. You are enough just as you are. So stop comparing and start living your best life. You deserve it. This has been Pastor Johnny Walker with this week's introspection. We hope to see you next week on Crazy Radio. And if you're in town, we hope to see you at church service, New Covenant Worship Center, 3001 Thunder Road. Hope to see you there, 10:30 worship service. Be blessed.
News from around the state in a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Keith Raymond.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
31-year-old Joseph Parra of Las Cruces was arrested Sunday afternoon for killing his newborn son while drunk. Court documents state that earlier in the day, Parra had called the child's mother, explaining that their baby was not breathing. When she asked if he had called 911, Parra reportedly said no. That's when she called her brother, asking that he tell their parents, and then called an ambulance, according to court documents. The grandparents proceeded to perform CPR on the baby. However, anxious to get the child medical attention and worried that it might take the ambulance too long to arrive, the grandparents reportedly began driving the child back to the city. They were ultimately met by Donna Ana Sheriff Office deputies who performed CPR on the baby until emergency medical services arrived, at which point he was taken to Mountain View Regional Medical Center and ultimately flown by helicopter to University Medical Center in El Paso. Parra, who smelled of alcohol during his interview with the deputies, repeated inconsistent statements and was unable to provide an appropriate timeline of events. Likewise, initially, he told deputies that he hadn't drunk any alcohol before admitting he consumed approximately 2 shots of tequila. Meanwhile, the child's mother told deputies that Parra's drinking had gotten out of control, leading to domestic violence incidents, including an arrest 2 weeks prior. Parra was booked into the Donna Ana County Detention Facility on a charge of abuse of a child, resulting in death. An assistant district attorney in the Donna Ana County's district attorney office was terminated yesterday morning following an alleged misconduct with a 17-year-old client. The victim's mother presented text messages from an ADA who was assigned to her daughter's sexual assault case. The vulgar text messages were sent just after 12:15 a.m. and told the girl not to tell her mother about them. The DA's office confirmed that the ADA was fired. No names have been released. It's been nearly 2 weeks since the city of Las Vegas was hit with a devastating flash flood. The flooding led to closed streets, property damage, and water restrictions. However, city officials said they've made progress in returning the water system to what it was before the flood. City of Las Vegas Mayor David Romero spoke with KRQE.
We increased our the number of cases that we were giving to the community. When it first started, we were at 2 cases. Now anywhere from 5 to 10, depending on what the residents wanted.
Thousands of Las Vegas residents over the last couple of weeks were relying on the sites. City officials said that they have made headway in returning the water system back to normal. Mayor Romero said they have a pre-treatment system almost up and running, which would help clean out what debris is left in the Brander Dam. It would make it operational once again. Officials stated they are waiting for PNM to power the new pre-treatment system and connect it to the current water system. Mayor David Romero hopes to have the water system back to normal within the next week and a half. Additionally, a company based out of Louisiana was contracted to carry water to the city. The group, known as Marco Companies Incorporated, has hauled 2.2 million gallons to the community, the city said in a release on July 7th. Sunland Park and Santa Teresa residents were expected to gather at the Camino Real Regional Utility Authority Board meeting yesterday to protest ongoing water quality issues and rate increases, but that meeting was cancelled. Many residents have experienced yellow and brown water, and the CRRUA has acknowledged arsenic levels that exceeded federal standards. 2 months ago, CRRUA voted to implement new rates starting on July 1st. The utility said the rate increases were needed to keep up with inflation, do maintenance on its systems, and hired qualified staff members whose current pay is below market rates for several positions. CRRUA Executive Director Juan Crosby said the number of discolored water cells went from 28 in February, when tracking began, to 0 in June, a decline of 100% in just 5 months. Actor Alec Baldwin's court case begins today regarding the death of Helena Hutchins. Baldwin is up on a 4th-degree felony and faces 18 months of prison time if convicted. Weather is next. You're listening to Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Keith Raymond.
Hi, Sunny Harris with Animal Village NM. We all know that most pets are terrified during evacuations, so please keep your pets safe inside your home so they don't escape. Don't let your dog or cat be one of millions who will escape in fear and end up dead or in animal control facilities during fire season, which will quickly overflow and start euthanizing to make space. Contact your city administration office in advance in case you have to be evacuated. Find out who's taking in families with their pets during fires. Prepare your vehicle with room for your cat and dog crates. Have your blankets, water, food for you and your pets packed, and clothing packed and ready. Have your pet crates ready by the door, and give your pets CBD or other calming medications ahead of time to make it easy to load them and evacuate with them immediately. This is an emergency message from Animal Village NM.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly sunny skies. There's a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms. New rainfall amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Wind gusts as high as 23 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. There's a 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms. New precipitation amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. There's a 70% chance for showers and thunderstorms. New precipitation amounts up to 1/4 of an inch expected. High today of 92 degrees, low tonight of 65 degrees, and a high tomorrow of 90 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly sunny skies today. There's a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms. New rainfall amounts between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch expected. Partly cloudy skies tonight. There's a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. New precipitation amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow. There's a 90% chance for showers and thunderstorms. New precipitation amounts between 1/2 and 3/4 of an inch expected. High today of 69 degrees. Low tonight of 51 degrees, with a high tomorrow of 68 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done so that way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's episode of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Keith Raymond.